Sew dress clothes for girls. Deciding what kind of dress to buy for your child can be tricky. There are so many styles that you and your child can choose from, and it can become confusing and stressful. You may also have to deal with too big or too small sizes and lack in shop stock. You can avoid dealing with all these by sewing your own dress clothes for your little girl. You can look up free dress patterns in your sewing books or magazines, or on the internet. Once you have a pattern or patterns in hand, you can easily play with it and make your own designs. All you need is an eye for the right design, and passion, or patience for sewing. Follow these steps to sew dress clothes for girls. Determine the kind of dress that you want to sew. There are many different styles to choose from when it comes to girls' dress clothes. You can mix and match all kinds of dress styles as long as you have an eye for their patterns. It is important that you have a pattern of the dress that you are going to sew. There are even times when your child could have an idea of her own for the dress. Gather the materials that you will need. Of course, you need to have all your sewing materials. In addition, you will need the pattern of the dress that you are planning to sew. Based on this, you can decide on the fabric or fabrics that you will be using for the dress, the texture, the color, the style. With this you can also determine what kind of details and accessories you need to buy. Take the measurements of the girl. Before cutting out your pattern, make sure to take the measurements of the girl who will be wearing the dress. If needed, take monthly weight measurements to adjust the sewing. Prepare the pattern for the dress. Take your pattern for the dress and prepare the material based on what is shown. Make sure to take careful consideration of the details. You may have the delicate fabrics washed before sewing. Cut out your fabric and details according to the pattern. Take note of hem and seam allowances, especially when adding details. Sew the pieces of fabric together. Following the pattern of the dress, stitch the fabrics together using your sewing machine. Do not forget your seams and hems. Secure your stitches by the reverse forward method and your buttons and hooks by double sewing them. Have the girl fit the dress. Once you are done with the dress, have the girl try on the dress and see how it fits her. If the dress should take a long time, have her fit it in between sewing. Take note of the necessary adjustments, if there are any. Make the alterations if needed. Finalize the dress. When you are finally done with all the stitching, add the necessary accessories and details. If possible, have the dress washed before making the child wear it, as to it had passed a long process of stitching, gluing, and marking.